feel gives off an, and I don't blame him. Like, I've had a video.
This song was so how's my favorite bomb doing?
Swampwater.
Last time on Friday Night Funkin' Month.
No, hold on.
8 out of 10. Killing Rampage. Adios.
This time.
What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name is Swampwater, and after a year of people asking when I would rank more of the best Friday Night Funkin' mods, it's finally here, and I'm honestly shocked how many mods are still being released, considering info about the last game has been quite limited. But the community keeps churning out good mod after good mod, and you know what that means? I'm back. With more mods, more jokes, and I've officially gotten slightly better at rhythm games, so I feel a lot more confident in my ability to give these mods a full analyzation without having to skip out due to lack of skill. I actually even replayed some of the mods from my last videos, and it really pays off being able to complete mods without going on the easiest difficulty. But even if that fails me, I still got spam and sometimes FNF bot, and at worst I can always just look up the footage on YouTube. Shaggy mod. Now, which mods will I be ranking in this video? Well, thanks to your suggestions, I will be ranking all of these mods in today's video. I tried to go for a diverse amount of creators in this video, and I think it paid off. I enjoyed playing through all of these mods with their distinct styles of music, gameplay, and overall design. So remember, even the mods I ranked at the bottom of this list are still amazing. But before we begin, if my channel reaches 37,000 subscribers and this video gets 6,000 likes, then I will make a part 4 grand finale where I'll rank dozens of mods that I missed, hopefully before the last game releases. And a while back I made a second YouTube channel which I plan on using to give you bonus content, which you won't see here, so consider checking that out. Finally, check out my Discord server. I like to tease what I'm working on, and I like talking with you all very frequently, so links will be in the description. With that said, let's start ranking! The first category we'll be looking at is the Great Mods category. All these mods are at a lower scope than later categories on this list, but they still provide a quality pack of entertainment, which I think is worth your time. At the start of this list, we have the Oswald mod by Jake Neutron. First, I want to mention how much I love how smooth this mod is. The sound effects, dialogue, and everything about it just feels so polished. The music, voice, animation is also great. I just kind of wish that this mod was in the classic animation style used in the beginning ages of film animation. I mean, Oswald is so incredibly animated, but everything else just looks like the original FNF game. But as it is, I rank it a 7 out of 10. Oh yeah, you heard me, I ain't ranking them all 8 out of 10. We are getting serious. The next mod cooking on the list is the Ronald mod by Inuku Exo. A long while ago, my young cousin suggested this mod for me to play in my next video, and wish granted. Honestly, I'm not surprised why he suggested this mod to me. It is difficult. Not Shaggy difficult, but honestly, I don't think the Shaggy mod is meant for humans to beat it. The story is that BF and GF are roaming through the mall when GF suggests the almighty Mickey D's. BF brutally assaults her and suggests Burger King instead. Ronald overhears this and decides to have a McWrap. Not only do I enjoy the story, but also the audio clips used to stitch together Ronald's voice lines. And the condiments on the tree and the ingredients represented in the arrows were the pickle on top of this mod. 7 out of 10. Next is the Corruption mod by Phantom Fear. This mod is looking to be pretty damn big once it's finished, but as it is, there's still a lot to love about it. This was actually one of the first mods I ever saw when playing Friday Night Funkin' for my first time, and it still holds up compared to mods from nowadays. As we play, we see poor Skid get slowly consumed by the corruption that has already corrupted everyone else in this mod. Quite tragic. And they actually updated this mod to add Week 6, which is quite nice too. But unfortunately, the full mod doesn't seem to be ready yet. 7 out of 10. Next is the Accelerant Hank mod by the Blue Hatted. The animations and sprites look really nice, and the bullet dodge mechanic is one of the most creative uses of what I call necessary notes. I'm just kind of frustrated that in order to play the mod you must download Versus Online, or use a website like KBH or something. 7 out of 10. Not all of these are going to be 7 out of 10, I promise.
Power is me, the full-generated sniper. Then welcome to the bet of salty mugs. Look for your favourite salty mod in the community tab on Swampwater's channel.
Round 1. Fight.
As perhaps Moose commented, Salty Sunday Night is a very good underappreciated mod, and I think that especially the character designs in this mod are awesome and replicate the FNF look quite nicely. Can I just say, the amount of content here is impressive. I would call these remixes of the original 6 weeks of FNF, but they've been remixed so much that I'd call these completely original and wildly creative. Salty Sunday Night is easily one of my favorite FNF remixes, though I think if I were to change/adjust some things in this mod, I'd probably shrink the length of each song a smidge and adjust the difficulty and beat map. Anyways, I give this mod 7.5 out of 10.
Round 2, fight.
Now we are rocking to the Sunday mod by BB Ponzu. We see BF and GF returning to Carol's house after playing golf. Continuity! Woo! BF tries to get comfy, but accidentally disturbs Carol's big sis, Sunday. But instead of committing manslaughter like I would, she auditions BF to be a replacement co-vocalist for her band temporarily. They then proceed to give me a sudden heart attack. This mod is fun, fast, and creative. A 7.5 out of 10.
What do you think is the winner? You get to vote. Also subscribe on Answer My Bitch Goes Inside You.
Tingling on to the next spot of this list is the Zardy Bushwhack mod. I do love this update though. I love the added mechanic of having to multitask saving GF. To be honest though, I still haven't gone around to completing Zardy's maze yet. Why am I moving so slowly? Ah! Okay, not that way, not that way. Oh, god damn it. No! But I did hear recently that the biggest mystery was salt in the game, so I'd love to check it out again and see what all of that is about. So, 8 out of 10. I mean, 8.1 out of 10. Well, I knew I had to rank this mod eventually. Next on the list is the Shaggy Mod Ultimate Update. Now, before we address the elephant in the room, you know, with killing and everything, let me spend a bit of time talking about the new stuff they added to this update. First off, this mod grew heavily in length, featuring many more weeks than the original. One of these weeks you do have to download separately, which is kind of annoying, but I think they did this because they are technically by separate creators. Fortunately, you can just skip it with little to no worries, since you can now play the weeks in any order you like, which is exactly what this mod needed anyway. One issue with the original mod still carries over to this update though, and that is the purposely overcomplicated difficulty made to represent Shaggy's power. At least this mod did the trope before it was overly done, but it still doesn't make it any more fun for someone just trying to have simple fun. I do find it odd how Shaggy becomes an antagonist again after speaking with Matt from Wii Sports. But that's just a nitpick, and I'm happy there's more to Shaggy mod. Alright, no more delay. I know I messed up by killing Minus Girlfriend, just because an alternate version of her killed Scooby in this mod. I never meant for the entire world to be destroyed. I had to write the entirety of the script on my computer, now that all the paper stores have burned to a crisp, and I just wish I could tell Minus Girlfriend I'm sorry. Whoa, what's going on? Hello? Anyone home? Swear to God, I don't know what happened. TV? What is going on in this place? Oh God.
So, however today is bad, not the best day to go to the beach. I'm freaking done with this job, I'm quitting. I'm going back to my dreams of becoming an artist. Shadowfang or whatever you are, do the report for me. I'm done.
I gotta stop this. Something doesn't feel right. I don't feel right.
see?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I fell asleep watching your performance. Your videos are like a scratchy lullaby. You look terrible today. No wonder why you have no face reveal.
What'd you do to my face?
You brought me into this world, which I wouldn't mind, but you tore me and boiled me like I was a ramen package. All because you were afraid to think one of these characters was evil, and I was your favorite. Do you think that was smart? You made a grave mistake. You bring me back to life with your twisted ritual and turned me into a demon.
Wait, were you born a
Your
demon?
pathetic little child brain doesn't know how much power you gave me, do you? By making me a demon, you allowed me to connect to anyone from any dimension and torment them till, I don't know, I get bored, I suppose.
Well, is there anything I can do? Because I'd rather have you back home than, destroy the entire world.
If you want to make yourself worthy, you only must do one little thing. Find my pieces and put me back together. Then I'll finally be in my own world where I wish to be, dating my perfect boyfriend that I dearly miss.
Okay, I will, I promise.
Don't slack off. I can sense things with my third eye. I will know when you're done. To make sure you're on track, here is the most powerful TNT stick known to man.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Version 2.0.
Oh god!
Okay, I'm bored now. Bye!
Well, that was a good use of 5 minutes. Anyways, the next category is the spectacular mods. These mods are a must-have and blows the original game out of the water. And shockingly, the first mod in this category isn't even a full mod, or even half of one. It's just a demo. Yes, next on this list is the Versus Retrospector Part 1 by Retrospector. I must admit, the thing I love the most here is the visuals. These animations are jaw-droppingly clean and high quality. So high quality that I couldn't record this on my old laptop. Yes, this new PC was funded by Yule. Thank you so much for saving me from this. I don't know how I made these videos. And even scrolling through the upcoming parts is a treat hearing each unique tune. It reminds me a lot of Mario Kart Wii and a little of 8. The music in the menus dynamically changes, and here, scrolling through each song will transition the song to that character's theme. I love when games do this. Now, should I wait for the full mod to release before ranking this? Yeah, so this is a 0 out of 10. Just kidding. Of course this deserves a ranking. And I am a little bit worried about it since it has been a while since part 1, but pretty much been the length since my last video, so who am I to judge? Even if this was the full mod though, I still think this is one of my favorite mods I've played. And for that, I rank it an 8.5 out of 10. Remember when I said Neo would return in this video? Well, here it is. The next mod on this list is the Neo Mod 3.1 update by Jellyfish EDM. Wow. When people kept telling me that it would be so worth revisiting this mod, I thought that there wouldn't be that big of a difference, but this mod simply looks and plays completely different. Even though the story is very simple, I was completely invested from start to finish. And while the original felt more like another B-side type mod, this mod feels like it stands by its own, and went from a really good mod to one of my favorites. 8.5 out of 10. Speaking of revisiting mods, welcome to the Entity mod by Brightfire. Wait, I never played this mod before, you might be saying. Well, actually this mod is a continuation of the Agoti mod, and adds a lot more to what was already one of my favorite mods. And according to this comment, this is still a demo, which is kinda surprising to me. I do think mods seem to have a higher scope than before, but I do think that the Entity mod already feels like a complete package, so it did surprise me that there's even more coming to this mod. But I'ma keep 2 eyes on this one. 8.5 out of 10. Band Buds is back at it again with the Lullaby mod. Honestly, for me, I think I would have better chances beating the Shaggy mod while intoxicated than to beat this mod. Something about having to deal with 2 rhythms at once is really tricky to me. No pun intended. This mod is very simple and short, especially compared to the tricky mod, but this mod is just really well done. The song is impossible though. Like, what kind of high-quality, ultra-futuristic robot do you have to be to type at lightning speed while playing notes and not messing up? Here's one issue that might have been patched by now, but when I played it, it was a problem, is that bot play doesn't really work fully. It doesn't play the secondary notes, which means you can die in bot play, which I thought was pretty funny. 8.5 out of 10. This mod just makes me happy. The Cyber Sensation mod by TA just has a feel-good sensation about it, just like the Sky mod all the way back in part Uno. I don't have much to say about it, just please play this mod if you can. Links for all of these mods are in the description. Anyways, back on track, I rate this a 9 out of 10. And with that, we are now in the bestest of mods category. These final mods managed to surpass any other mod I've played in prior episodes. As a dude who grew up adoring everything related to FNAF, I feel obligated to say that this is the most biased mod I've ranked thus far. The next mod on this list is the Funkin' at Freddy's mod by JC Jack. I don't think there was a single time I was bored while playing this. Each minute of this mod felt amazing, with its Scott-styled Atari look, and I love the music. But what really brought it to one of the best mods in FNF is that they managed to pull a FNAF 6 on us by baiting me into thinking that this was all the mod we had. Then bam, it was just the beginning. Like, look at this! Everything just feels so polished. I think this mod gave FNAF the representation it needs. 9.5 out of 10. What if you thought, I just want FNF but remixed to perfection? Well, I got the mod for you. Because easily my favorite FNF remix mod is the Soft mod by Shiny Tama. I think that this mod is impossible to truly enjoy without playing it blindly yourself, so I won't spoil much, but I will say that this mod genuinely made me feel intrigued by the story than most movies do. Now, I don't fully know why this mod is called the Soft mod, but I believe it simply is because of Soft BF, aka Benjamin, who is emotionally, well, very soft. And his emotions and feelings are kind of the main focus of the mod's plot. But if anyone can confirm it in the comments, please do. Speaking of plot, I think an interesting thing about this mod is that the plot overweighs the gameplay, which is usually completely the opposite in most mods and even the actual game. It seems to be designed so that the gameplay acts like breathers and cliffhangers between the plot, and I love how well they managed to excuse going to these different locations from the original game, with a completely different plot from FNF. And all this is presented with a nice, easy-on-the-eyes art style. Josh, don't do it. She's cute, but keep it together. Oh, GF? No. I'm talking about that sexy, sublime neck sign. Whew! I highly recommend this mod to anyone who hasn't seen it before. 9.5 out of 10. Why do I feel like it's both fitting and odd that the next mod we will be talking about is the Doki Doki Takeover mod by Duster Buster, just after the Soft mod. Doki Doki Literature Club was one of my favorite WTF psychological horrors since little me watched this video on YouTube. I don't really have much to say, I just had a lot of fun seeing FNF representations of these characters, and the story they have here with Senpai from Week 6 is both fitting and interesting, although I feel like a lot of people have thought of this before. Also, has other mods had translated versions before? Like, what other mods support Brazilian Portuguese? No Canadian English setting, though? I want the option of color to be spelled color, goddammit. 9.5 out of 10. Now for my almost favorite mod. This mod was so close, I can't even tell you how close I was to putting this at number 1. In second place is the Date Week mod by BB Ponzu. I was so convinced this would be number 1. And if it weren't that the next mod came out like a week ago, this would have easily been first. This is a celebration of the modding community of Friday Night Funkin'. A lot of the mods I've played on these lists were made by tons of different people, but I've only been saying the publishers of these mods, which means in reality, this is just a fraction of the amount of people who have entertained millions as a collective whole. This is a list of each person who has helped make all the amazing mods I've shown in this series. It's practically a crime that not everyone here gets much credit, despite them being the pieces that come all together to form the community, and all that comes with it. I hope that with this series, I can help support the creators who make these mods, even if it's just a crumb. Thanks to this series, I managed to talk to several different members in the FNF community, and a lot of these people are so positive. Anyways, I think this mod is the perfect celebration. This is the only mod I played multiple times on all difficulties just for the fun of it, because it was just so heartwarming, and honestly, the fact that Witty made a return just for this moment is honestly awesome, and sadly probably won't happen officially ever again. 10 out of 10. Heck, 11 out of 10. Now you are probably wondering, what could be first place? Is it Sonic.exe, the imposter mod? Maybe even the sex mod. Ooh. No, just kidding. Before I rank the number 1 mod on this list, I have a couple of honorable mentions. First is the Versus Fidget Spinner mod by Fidget Spinner Animations. It's surprisingly quite a large mod, and as you can see, its art style is heavily inspired by the web cartoon Object Cringe. And these redesigns of BF and GF are kinda cursed, but I love it. If you're wondering how I found out about this mod, it is actually thanks to Fidget Boy in my server. I apologize for taking 6 months to make a video with your mod. But if you want a chance for me to review your mod, send it in the Funkin chat on my Discord server. Once again, link in the description. Secondly, I want to re-mention the Witty mod, which actually got a remaster. It's not as big as other remasters I've ranked, so I don't think it needed to be re-ranked, just brought up. But as I said, about a week ago, I had to update this list, after playing a new mod which I'm sure many of you have heard of. Without further ado, my favorite mod in Friday Night Funkin' early 22 and ever at any point is the Indie Cross mod by Brightfire. Hey Brightfire, I have a question for you. How did you both nail your first and second attempt that I've seen of mod creation? This mod feels super fresh. You can make an entire video on the details of this game. This mod took the ambition from Versus Tricky and doubled it. This is the only mod that made me squeam when something on screen happened. Oh my god. Alright, so I'm signed in at... What other mods can you sign in? Hold on, achievements! I'll actually unlock achievements here? This is... Oh. Okay, no, here we go. Oh, I did the thing! Cuphead's week literally feels Studio MDHR worthy, even including details like the game over progress bar, which I think works so well for FNF, and honestly should be standard across all mods. It works perfectly. I also love the Cuphead show references too. I audibly even shouted how that was a reference. Like the Cuphead show! He said that in the Cuphead show! Also, Sans' music fits his personality so well. I actually felt like I jumped games while still remaining in this FNF mode. Bendy and the Ink Machine was the weak point for me. I did like how you rap with the cardboard cutout, but even though this combat does fit with the other weeks very perfectly, it doesn't really work as well as the double rhythm from the lullaby. Oh yeah, combat. Each week has a dodge and fight mechanic, which are all formatted perfectly to the mechanics of their game, while also staying consistent between weeks. Most importantly is this mod has achievements. Now before you comment saying that many mods have done this before, let me emphasize here. There are achievements. Like, log into GameJolt and actually have it saved to your page achievements. You know that feeling where you wake up and decide you want to make the best FNF mod? Well, Brightfire did exactly that, and honestly, to this point, I wouldn't be surprised if his next mod had the cure for world hunger and the way to solve world peace within it. I also love the naked GF scene. You don't believe me? Well, I suppose you're gonna have to download the mod yourself and support the creators to find out. In all seriousness, I think it would be a crime if I didn't say this was the most fun I've ever experienced in my last year of playing FNF mods. And in true Brightfire fashion, this completely banger mod that already feels complete isn't actually finished, apparently. I can't wait to see what comes out next for this mod, but honestly, I'd love to just theorize what's next for this mod. 12 out of 10. And here is the ultimate virtual trophy for today's video. Due to my stash of real gold missing, my guess is by minus girlfriend, I unfortunately had to substitute it for crystallized water from the Fountain of Youth, delivered by angels and carved with the shredding teeth of goats. Now, how could I afford all of this? Well, it turns out without a livable planet, these fools have been working for cheap. Just the stash of real gold is enough to get a trophy like this. I think I figured out where my gold went. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, remember there's more content on my second channel, and if we get to 6,000 likes and 37,000 subs, then part 4 will happen with your mod suggestions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and adios.